when we started the set, we didn't know what to expect because it's a noisy invite, and we always play kind of a softer sound compared to the other guys. So it's always really surprising to see the reaction, and it was really, really good, and that is great for us to see them being open for a more kind of liquid and vibey sound rather than just in your face the whole night. So it was a really good set for us.
I think so too. I mean, we have been prepared, you know, like, but when you come to noisy invites, especially in Hungary, you know, there are loads of heads, and you see it in the crowd. They just know drum and bass, and which is a good thing. So we grabbed really deep into a bag of tunes and played like a couple of old style tunes, like really old school, and I think it went off really well.
We haven't played that many shows recently because actually we took 3 or 4 months off in the studio to just write music, and the next album is coming along really well, and we will release it, I'm pretty sure, by end of this year. It's gonna feature mostly drum bass, I would say, but just in our kind of interpretation. I started singing on it, and we have a few collaborations on there, some with singers that we are excited to show, and I think it's a logical progression from our last record, Zeitgeist. Yeah, we are really excited to show new music to the people. We started playing some of the new stuff as well, and it goes off really well.
Yeah, it's very important for us to find our own style, and I think we did that already, and it's really nice to play out like new tunes that you just made, and you see the people, they actually recognize, you see in the face, they know it's a new tune by you because you found the signature style. Well, when it comes to writing music, there are always like a little bit of arguments, because when you start out a new tune, it can go like, it can go in so many different directions. But when we try to do something that we haven't done before, it makes it really hard. But when you find it, you know, yeah, that's the one. A lot of music like builds on the way where they come from, but we always try to take it one step further, I guess. And when you find that, you always know, like both of us know that we found the way this track should sound like.
I think, of course, we have little arguments, but you need to have them to kind of have a quality control, because if we were okay with everything we did, we maybe made a lot of music and we released a lot of music, but most of it wouldn't have a longevity, would maybe be forgotten in all those dozens of releases that are coming out every single week. And we don't want that, you know, we want to be known for a certain kind of sound that hasn't been done, that maybe isn't just when people hear it, when people listen to it, being heard as classic drum and bass. We just like to put in the influences, the stuff we hear into our music, and it reflects exactly that way. And that being said, we don't really listen to much drum and bass at home. We come from drum bass, and we're always gonna stay true to drum bass, but we just want to give it a completely different direction. And that's definitely gonna bring up arguments sometimes, because we all have different ideas sometimes, especially in the beginning. But when we reach a certain point, everything is clear which direction we're gonna go, and we set a really good, cool and good direction now that we most of the time know where it should be. So yeah, we are really happy with our workflow. The Austrian drum bass scene has always been really, really strong. There have always been ambassadors within the scene. Back then when we started, it was like DK already, Ill Skills, Matt and Assis, Schneck MC, Body and Soul. And they all covered different subgenres of drum bass as well. They all did their thing, not just in Vienna, but also some Köln and some in Salzburg, some in Graz and some in Innsbruck. So it's always been really healthy, and it always was one big family within Austria. There was no real competitorship, of course. There's a bit of healthy competitorship, but it was all just doing well for the scene. And right now, I think the crowd is maybe bigger than ever before, but also you can see there's a lot of very, very young people there. So a lot of, I think, kids that found their first love for underground music is mostly drum bass music. Yeah. They go to drum bass raves.
Which is great though.
It's great. I think it's really in the hand of the promoters to keep them within the drum bass scene, because drum bass is a come and go scene, you know. And I wish some of them would just stay for their lifetime, explore different subgenres, and like just see it as a whole and not just the whole dance floor thing, because it's a beautiful scenery and you can find everything within the drum bass genre. So yeah, I think it's healthier now more than ever.
I think so too. I mean, at the moment, you know, everything goes in waves. Drum bass, like the drum bass that is hyped at the moment is pretty hard, like noisy, upbeats, stuff that gets played tonight as well. But I think there's a whole different side to drum bass as well, with the more musical side. And I mean, I think it's coming back as well.